Hello, gentlemen, barbarians. Rooster here. Today, I want to talk a little bit about Citizens United. It's a Supreme Court thing that went through a couple years back, and I think it just kind of slid through. A lot of people didn't really realize what happened, but the outcomes from the Supreme Court the decision are tremendous, and they really changed the political landscape in the United States. The basic outline of Citizens United, the downpour from it said that corporations are people, and that money under the First Amendment can be considered free speech. So the more money you have, the more speech you have. And if corporations are people, basically they can be involved in the political realm. Well, the outcome of this is that corporations dumped tons and tons and tons of money into election campaigns for Republicans, Democrats, whoever they wanted, at the local level, the state level, at the federal level. So you can see where this is bad. And I want to read a little bit about the dissenting views from Judge Stevens, who was on the dissenting side of it. It says, at bottom, the court's opinion is thus a rejection of the common sense of the American people, who have recognized the need to prevent corporations from undermining self-government since the founding of the United States, and who have fought against the distinctive corruption potential of corporate electioneering since the days of Theodore Roosevelt. It is a strange time to repudiate that common sense. While American democracy is imperfect, few outside the majority of this court would have thought its flaws included a dearth of corporate money into politics. So there's two specific spots right there that really stand out. One is corporate electioneering. He comes right out and says it. Corporate electioneering. They're basically buying elections. When you can go to a district councilman or even to a governor of a state and say, hey, I'm not going to give you $2 in the mail. I'm going to give you $20 million. And oh, by the way, when the vote comes up for this restricted area, this wetlands over here where we want to build a chemical plant, we want you to get rid of that. We want you to get rid of that wetlands. Who's he going to do? Is he going to even realize my name? The rooster that gave him $2? Or is he going to remember this guy's name that owns a company and gave him $20 million? Those wetlands are gone. Okay, that chemical plant's going in there 2 years later. Okay, and the second part of it is a dearth of corporate money into politics. A dearth, just a huge amount. So what is this basically? And it's basically bribery. And if you think about it, the Supreme Court basically said bribery is legal. And we all know bribery is a felony. It's a 5-year felony. Okay, so how can me going up to, I want to put a garage up in my backyard, and I go up to the county commissioner and I say, hey, I don't want to buy a bid for this. I just want to put this up. Here's $50. My electricians are coming in. We want to get the building up. That's bribery. But if a corporation does it, it's not. So let's find out what bribery is. and it's going to sound a lot like exactly what this Supreme Court decision came out. Bribery. The offering, giving, receiving, or soliciting of something of value for the purpose of influencing the action of an official in the discharge of his or her public legal duties. That's bribery. So, I don't understand why it's legal for them to make it legal, but it's illegal for me to do it if I'm putting up a garage or if I want to take down a tree in my yard or something like that. So what's the solution to this? We always want solutions. How can we do this? Well, one of the solutions is a group called Move to Amend. And they want to do two things. They want to end corporate personhood, and they want to make a amendment to the Constitution that declares that money is not free speech. We all know that corporations aren't people, okay? Corporations don't die. General Electric's been around for 150 years. There is no person alive on this planet that was alive 150 years ago, but General Electric is. So they're not people, okay? And money is not free speech when you have so much money that my vote doesn't count anymore as a real person. Your money has to be limited. And that would be the third thing that I would say to this move to amend. You need a third action point, and that is to limit money. Limit the amount of money that can be given to a campaign. And you say, all right, well, are you limiting speech? No, not really. How much money do you need to carry on an election? So those are kind of my key points that I would say there. This is a really, really big deal in American politics now, and I think the solution to this is to go to the Move to Amend group and get rid of corporate personhood. They're not people. 2, money is not free speech. And 3, put some form of a limitation on the amount of money that corporations, businesses, even individuals can give to campaigns. Okay, as always, you can agree with me, not agree with me. I like to see your comments down in the comments section. Let me know what you think about this idea. If you have any other ideas that you know of, if you're familiar with the Citizens United movement, please feel free to comment. Let me know. I'm wide open to any more information that anyone else has. And always, as always, take it easy.